Ken Kraetz of Cam Vets Media. Let's start with Casey. It came down to a tough last couple of minutes of the game. You had an interception earlier that helped set up the go-ahead touchdown for Army, but what made it tough to stop Tulane the last two drives?
I mean, they got athletes. It's a great football team. Kudos to them. They just made more plays than us. In crunch time, they just got to finish.
Good. Cale, you had a big day today, running the ball, throwing the ball. You had the 32-yard pass at the beginning of the third quarter to Brady Anderson, got it down to the 6, and then he scored on a 1-yard run, 13 plays, 80 yards. Tell us about that drive.
Yeah, it was a good drive, Defense got to stop. We were able to get out there and put points on the board. We did some good things on offense. Some things we cleaned up, but it's just you got to finish at the end. That's all that matters.
And then you get the ball back. Just tell us about what happened on the ball that got loose. Looked like your arm was hit, ball went loose, and then Tex Brennan was able to recover it.
Yeah, O-line had a good protection. I didn't like what I saw in the secondary, so they gave me some lanes to step up and run. I was trying to step up and move the ball with two hands. The defender swiped it, and the ball was on the ground. But it's a great effort by Tex Brennan to make sure we could secure that and give ourselves a chance.
Okay, and then on the drive, you personally ran 57 yards of the drive and scored on a 1-yard drive. How did tell us about that one?
Yeah, the O-line was doing this thing, playing great from mob up front. They were blocking and giving me holes and creases to run through. Carson, Jake Verdena, Briggs, they were making good blocks to lead the way, and slots and receivers were, blocking on the edges. We were just able to move the ball on the ground. Just at the end, we just got to finish.
And Casey, you had a 3rd and 9 stop. Caleb Porter made a big play, and then you had the 4th and 8 touchdown pass that Tulane was able to get. Tell us about the play Caleb made on 39, and then what made the 4th and 8 tough.
Caleb made an awesome play. Put us in position to win. It's just about finishing. It's a whole team effort. It's all 11 guys. So really just Caleb, everybody, all 11 played really hard. So not worried about that. Just they made a play, broken play. Quarterback made a play, and still had some opportunities to win it. So it's just going back to the drawing board.
And Cale, just to ask you finally, you ran for 155 yards, 2 touchdowns today. You threw the ball 7 for 10, 125 yards. Do you feel like your game, your leadership, your maturity is just gaining game after game now?
Yeah, 100%. I kind of touched on that last week. Week in and week out, just the game slows down. I'm able to get more confident. Experience is huge in college football, and each and every week and gaining one more game under my belt, that helps. It's starting to slow down. I feel well out there, and got to win.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Austin, go ahead on Zoom.
We'll go to Joe Iacono first. We'll do 2 questions for Ask for the sake of time. Joe, go ahead.
Sure. Hey guys, Joe Iacono, GPK. First question for Cale. You have done with Brady on a number of long passes today, and you guys just missed on that big one in the first half. Did you see with Coach Worley a potential to go over the top with Tulane, or was this something that you guys kind of adjusted to during the course of the game?
Yeah, each and every week we go in thinking we like our shots and our play actions we have drawn up. And then we got into the heat of the moment in the game, and there was a lot of opportunities in the pass game. And we threw the ball well, 7 for 10, 70% with 125 yards. That's a good day for Army football. On that one to Brady, I just gotta make it better, easier catch. I just had to put it right on them. He was wide open, and we were able to exploit some of the things in the secondary, but on that one we just got to connect.
And Casey, Zoom came a little late, so if you already answered this for Ken, I apologize, but can you talk us through your interception?
Yeah, really just covered 2 package, and shout out to Coach Woody, called a great call, and everyone did. We made the picture, all 11 made the picture a little unclear for the quarterback, and I was just in the right spot at the right time, and was able to get my hands on the ball, and I think the coverage underneath was great. and allowed me to get that ball.
We'll go next to Seth Mendelson. Seth, go ahead.
Hey guys, and sorry about the loss. Good game today. Cale, I thought the offense played, extremely well controlling the ball throughout the game. Tell us a little about the strategy going into the game. I assume that was it, just ball control.
Yeah, Army football, run and pound the ball on the ground. Don't turn it over and drain the clock and time possession. I think we did a good job of that today. It was black flag football, Army football. It's what people like to see, but we just, at the end we came up short, and that's what we got to improve.
Okay, and the second to last question is that last drive you had, maybe 57 seconds, whatever it was, left in the game. Obviously, you don't want to give the ball back to Tulane, but yet it seemed like the play calling was pretty conservative there, and they were able to use their 3 timeouts. Tell us about that a little bit. Why not try something a little bit different instead of 3 runs up the middle?
Yeah. There was a run there on 3rd down that if I followed Carson Smith, I'd probably get a first down, and we keep the ball going, and Tulane doesn't get the ball back with so much time. That's where we as an offense unit has to be better. That's probably the flaw for us in today's game. We can't go out there tied up and go 3 and out and allow them to have the ball back before the end of regulations. 3rd down, that's on me. I should have trusted it and trusted the zone side and got behind Carson. I tried to make a man miss, and I just wasn't good on my end. And that's where that's what I'm disappointed in, is that possession, that 3 and out. That can't happen.
We'll go now to Ken McMillan. Ken, go ahead.
Thank you. Casey, I know it's a short notice here, but can you tell us how it feels to have this game sort of ripped from your hands, and especially going into the Air Force game in 2 weeks?
Yeah, it stings. You never want to lose in a type of fashion like that, especially against a great team. And I think we have a great team. We left it out there. That was ours for the taking. So yeah, it stinks. But like you said, short-term memory. A game ended about 25 minutes ago, so we're on to the next week and just fix those kinks so we can play our best ball.
What did you think about the way Jake Retzlaff played today? He was picking you guys apart in the first half with very quick stuff, but then he seemed to show a little bit more patience and changed his approach in the second half.
Yeah, he's a really talented football player. And they have talented guys all over the field. And I think their coaching staff is great. We have a lot of respect for them. But like I said, we left it all out. We left it out there on the field. That was ours for the taking. So, it's a very talented football team, and shout out to them.
Thanks, guys. We'll go to Coach Monken next.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
We'll be back in a couple minutes, Austin.